Audience.
My name is Daniel Clark, and today I'm doing my speech over PTSD. Many people around the world struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. PTSD is caused by trauma that a person has gone through at some point in their life. The trauma that causes PTSD varies from person to person. Some people could have PTSD because they experienced a serious accident, have suffered abuse, or have experienced a type of assault. These are only a few kinds of the trauma that can cause PTSD. An overview of PTSD in the US shows that 1.3 million people were diagnosed in 2020. 1 in 11 that have been diagnosed. Around 5% of teens suffer PTSD. Girls are more affected than boys are typically. About 8.7% of all adults in the US suffer from PTSD at some point in their life. PTSD is caused by trauma of any kind. Young and middle-aged adults suffer from PTSD the most. PTSD is strongly associated with anxiety and affective disorders such as bipolar disorder, depression, just about anything that could cause something to be wrong with your mind. Separation from parents can cause PTSD as well. So, like when your parents get in trouble with like CPS, being separated could cause a type of trauma for them. The most common traumas that cause PTSD are combat violence, mainly in like the military, such as like going to a war or being involved in fights and stuff like that. Physical childhood abuse and sexual assault or abuse of some kind. Some of the treatments for PTSD are regular talk therapy sessions, exposure therapy, which slowly exposes you to parts of what may have caused your PTSD in a safe environment, and cognitive exposure therapy, which is the same thing as exposure therapy, but it exposes more towards like physical things rather than mental. In recent years, PTSD has become more common, especially in young adults and middle-aged adults. The most common trauma recorded among this age group with PTSD are combat violence, physical abuse during childhood, and sexual assault or abuse. The main treatments are different kinds of therapy, such as regular therapy, exposure therapy, and cognitive processing therapy.
Again, this is my audience.